Hey guys! For the first round of Arda's Best Face Forward makeup competition, we got the Monochromatic challenge, and I got the color green. I was actually inspired by my own hair for this, that I recently dyed green. Because of it, I went for a little woodland pixie look. As always, start your face with a good base. I used Dermalogica's oil control lotion all over and the eye serum around my eyes, and I prepped my lips with the Renewal Lip Complex. To pale myself down, I used NYX's Invincible foundation in Ivory on my flat Frillis Cosmetics foundation brush. Then I went in with the NYX HD Concealer in 1 in any areas that needed a bit more coverage. I set my face with a powder, but apparently the camera didn't record that, so I'm sorry. But then I went in with a darker powder around my nose, around my forehead, my cheekbones, and my chin. Now for the hard part. We were sent 5 items in our designated color, and we're only allowed to use variants of that color, and black and white. I'm starting off by contouring my face with a green Kryolan shadow on a slanted Frillis Cosmetics brush. Then I'm taking it on the smaller slanted brush and contouring my nose and under my mouth. Now for some prosthetic ears. I glued them on using prosthetic adhesive. I applied some on my ears and on the fake ears. While the glue was drying, I went in with a Mehron Paradise paint in lime around my forehead and my cheeks. Then I glued my ears down. Yay! I took some more of that Paradise paint and painted my ears with it. I made sure to blend it out into my cheeks. Then with the NYX pigment in Vermouth, I darkened the tips of the ears so there would be a slight gradient. With the NYX shadow in Kush, I went in and deepened all my contours. It's just a dark matte green, so it's excellent for this. You'll notice I'm contouring my nose, making a circle on the end of it. That's just to give it a different shape. This way it looks like I have a little button nose. Then I took NYX's shimmery green shadow in Bewitched on my inner corners of my eyes. Then I took Moneymaker, which is a slightly less shimmery but slightly lighter color. Then with a white shimmery pigment, I highlighted all the high points of my face. Back with NYX's Vermouth, I'm applying it heavily under my bottom lash line and concentrating it on the outer corner without getting any on the lid. I'm blending it out with a Kryolan shadow and packing it on my lid with my finger. Then I'm also packing on NYX's Psychedelic. So I took LASplash's lip tint in Komodo and I started applying it all over, but I didn't like that. So I concealed my lips and then reapplied it just to the center of them and smudged it out with my finger. I also applied it to the outer corners and went in for a more precise application using a small Q-tip. I also smudged it around my cupid's bow up towards my nose, and then blended that out with more of the Kryolan shadow. I highlighted the bottom edge of my bottom lip and decided to go in with a more precise application of that white highlighter I used before. Next I applied NYX's Kryptonite at the inner corner of where my eyebrows start, and also added more lipstick to my upper lip. Next comes the glitter, also known as fairy herpes, so it's quite fitting. First I applied a layer of NYX's glitter primer all where I wanted the glitter to stick to. I concentrated the green Kryolan glitter close to my bottom lash line. I added some more glitter primer over that. Then I used NYX's Glitter in Ice, which is a white glitter that has a green glow to it. I applied it over the chunky Kryolan glitter and brought it down into tear shapes. This just helps to fade out the chunky glitter. Look how shiny! Next up, freckles! I went in with NYX's white liquid liner and started creating a bunch of freckles. I concentrated them closer to my nose and around my cheeks and my chin. Then I did the same with the LASplash Komodo lipstick. I just took it on a tiny brush and then dotted away. Then I did the same with Kryolan's cream liner in Sea Green. I had hoped for it to be lighter than the lipstick, but it kind of turned out to be the same color. But I managed to achieve smaller dots with it. Then went back in with a white for some more dots. Then I took the cream liner and started drawing a leaf on my forehead. I I decided to thin it out using a mixing medium so that I could draw finer lines. While I did this, I was looking at a reference image of a macro shot of a leaf. It really helps to look at the real thing when you're trying to replicate something. Then I decided I wanted to give my ears a little bit more definition, so I went in with a cream liner and deepened the lines. I also thought they deserved some freckles too. And same goes for the white freckles. Next, I wanted to stick some glitter on them, but I wanted a quick and easy way, so I used hairspray to get them tacky, and then I just packed on some glitter. I started with the chunky Kryolan one, and then moved on to the finer NYX one. After my ears were a big shiny mess, I went on and drew the leaf on my neck as well. But I did forget to paint my neck green before I started, so I went and did that after. This part's really just drawing a lot of squiggly lines and looking at the reference image. Then I packed on the Paradise paint on my brush and just tapped it to create texture. You don't want to drag your brush, otherwise it'll just paint your skin. You really want to just create texture. I did this around all the contours of my face and also created more of a contour on my chin. Then I mixed the Paradise paint with some black face paint so I could get a darker color and do the same. This again is just adding more and more texture. This also helps to deepen the contours I had around my face. I also made sure to darken around the jawline. You could also use a textured sponge for this part. Then I wanted to accentuate some of the lines on my forehead and neck, and I used NYX's Lip of the Day liner for this in the color Python, which is a shimmery moss green. I applied this mostly over the thicker lines, so it would have a slight shimmer when the light bounced off it. I also blended out some of that contour using the Kryolan eyeshadow. And I said to hell with it and just decided to bathe in highlighter. So yeah, I just made myself one shiny pixie. And with NYX's Psychedelic, I covered up any spots that were still showing skin. Then I used NYX's Jumbo Pencil and Milk to line my waterline. See the difference that makes? Then I applied generous amounts of mascara on my bottom and top lashes. Now time for lashes. I used NYX's Risque on my bottom lashes and Exposed on my top. See how pretty? I decided my cheeks weren't sculpted out enough, so I went back with NYX's Kryptonite. I also made my nose rounder. Then I used NYX's Kush around my lips to make them even more blurry and faded. And highlighted some more. Then I applied NYX's Out of This World lip cream just on the center of my bottom lip. Here is my box of nature-y things. I actually went outside and picked a bunch of leaves and stuff, so that, hey, I could stick it to my head. Luckily, my hair's just long enough that I can use bobby pins in it. For a last touch, I lined my eyes with a black liquid liner. And that's the finished look. I hope you like it, because this isn't something that I do normally. I usually would not stick to just one color, and I actually don't really like the color green. So this was really a challenge. My favorite color is purple, so I'm happy I was able to sneak a little flower there in my hair. But if you did like it, then please vote for me. I'll leave the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!